Sorry, guys, my network is slow. You guys have to wait. Okay, all right, we're all set. Okay, everyone. So hello and welcome to everybody. And today's session, our topic is in how many ways do we keep looking outside and how many ways we keep blaming the outside world. The outside world, it's their fault for the life that we are leading. Our life would have been so different had I done this or had I done that. But then he stopped me, she stopped me. The finger outside. Sometimes that person who stops you is your parent who won't allow you to do something. Sometimes it's a spouse, sometimes it's work, sometimes it's your children. It's always somebody on the outside who can be blamed for whatever you are going through. This came much to light. There was somebody who came and spent some time with me over the last 2 or 3 days. I told them that they look too much on the outside. They need to turn the finger within. It's nothing new that I said, right? Because I say finger within, finger within, finger within every Saturday. And so I just assume that, okay, you guys are now, putting more and more the finger within. But I also understand that the finger, or rather the layers, are so subtle that sometimes you're not even able to see that the finger is outside. The outside story is so convincing that you can't even see that everything in your life is your creation. You can't see it. There is too much happening outside. There is too much game outside, too much story outside. Everything is fitting into the piece, one large puzzle, but everything seems to be fitting outside. And yet, what you haven't put your finger on is that the puzzle was created. The creator of the puzzle was you. The creator of the puzzle itself, the puzzle didn't exist. And then your energies created a puzzle. From where did they create the puzzle? They created that puzzle from all the energies, all the frequencies that you hold in your energy field. From there, your puzzle called life is created. And every time you go through an experience, like, how can this happen to me? Why does this happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? You sit in the victim position. You don't know that it's your energy that's creating everything. And so as you look outside, oh, this happened, this went wrong, that went right. This went wrong, that person helped me out and put something together for me. And this worked out all right. Stories, each and every part of them. As we look at the story more and more closely, I'll give you the example of something that happened 2 days ago. And, as we were talking to this person, she said, I did so much for my, for my in-laws. And now as I sit, I've done so much for my mother-in-law. But as I was saying my goodbyes to her and she was passing on, there are so many in the, family who didn't appreciate everything that I did for them. They didn't appreciate it. And as a matter of fact, they blamed me for this and for that. And how can they do that? All my life, I've been, doing so much or whatever it is. And now, they're blaming me for it. And I just simply looked at it and, that person had just arrived at my house. So I took a little bit of time and I explained to them. I said, this finger is not within. This finger is outside on somebody did this to you, somebody did that to you. There is nobody outside. You've got to look within. What is it that you are experiencing? Oh, lots and lots of hurt, lots of sadness. Well, then that's the part. That's the missing piece. That's the piece, the sadness, the sorrow, the whole hurt. That's what has created this outside scenario. That person has not created the outside scenario. And whatever, for all these years, you thought that this person was your very own, the best friend that you had, but they were still the reflection of your energy. They were playing a particular role. That was your energy, your frequency. Now they're playing a particular role. your frequency, your energy. In both the cases, it's your frequency, your energy. The roles shift every single day. There is nothing that's tied up. That's like you have to behave in this way from start to finish. No, everything shifts. Why? Because energy is dynamic. Energy is changing every moment. You are changing every moment. You don't even realize that you are changing every moment. When you are unaware, and let us say you sit a lot in the frequencies of fear, you are fearful, you are fearful, you are more fearful. You're already changing. Your experiences are changing you. You have fear in your energy field. That fear plays out, it manifests. But when it manifests, you don't know how to shift yourself. So, what is it that you do? You simply take on more fear from the situation. Eyes outside, nothing on the energy front. So, you simply look outside and you change from fear to more fear, to more fear. So, if you think, no, change is too much, many people come to me and say, oh, this is too much work. We have to change everything. We have to change the way we think about things. This is just too much work. And I said, well, changing you are already. You're already changing every moment by moment. You are changing. Some of it is happening in unawareness. That unawareness piece you can't see. And so you are already changing from fearful to even more fearful to even more fearful. Where is the journey going to get you? It's actually going to get you to fearlessness. How can a journey which is becoming more fearful, how can that journey get us to fearlessness? Well, that's what happens because we've come here, we've come to earth to experience all kinds of experiences, but largely experiences of duality. Experiences of fear belong to duality because what will you fear? If you already knew that everything was you and you were one with everything, would you fear anything? No, you wouldn't. But therefore, if you have to experience duality, you have to step back and you have to look at somebody as being separate from you. As you look at people being separate from you, now you can feel fearful about something or the other. If you were one with everybody, would you fear losing people? No, you can't lose anybody if you are sitting in oneness because you are one with them. They are with you. They are part of you. You can't lose them. Can you be fearful of somebody if you think that there's somebody outside and they are going to bother you, they are going to cheat you, they are going to create hassles for you, they are creating problems for you? Where is this coming from? This is coming from the frequency of the mind, and it's coming from separation. That's where these frequencies play out, the frequencies of separation. And yet here it is. You came to earth to experience this. And that's why all your experiences have been pointing there all this while. Oh my God, I've been roaming for so long and now I've found you. And now I'm so glad that everything else can be put rest to. But you found me now. Why did you find me now? You found me now only because now your experiences, they're ready to be said goodbye to. You did have several chances in the middle where you could have said goodbye to them. But then it's a game of awareness. Whenever you become aware, that's the time that you are able to see your choices. You can't see the choice if you are still in unawareness. From fear, you will create more of the same. From lack, you will create more of the same. Is it wrong to experience lack? No, not at all. It's simply yet another experience. Nothing is wrong. Somebody, was wishing for something and they said, and I always tell people, wishes are made from lack. Wishes are made from lack. Release your wishes. Don't sit in lack. Is it actually wrong to sit in lack? No, it's your lack and lack and lack which got you here, looking for answers, looking for solutions, and you came here to this path. But now that the path is here, you have a choice. You can continue to sit in lack, or you can now shift to abundance as you become more and more aware. automatically this awareness, as it grows within you, it's going to shift you, it's going to shift your frequencies towards from fear to fearlessness, from lack to abundance. It happens on its own because through awareness we are able to observe what all we carry in our energies, no matter what the modality be. Through every modality, we will come here, we will come here. This, when people come to me, I say, this is your final step. Outside, you've looked outside, you've constantly blamed people outside. But when you recognize that everything is a play of your energy, the play outside starts to diminish, the play outside starts to dissolve. Everything that happens outside, so beautifully, you can put your finger with it and you can start working on yourself, on your energy through that one simple question: what am I feeling? That's it. What am I feeling? Oh, I'm feeling fear. Now, how to move from fear to fearlessness? Again, the simplest answer has been given to you, that everything is energy. And then, as I sit in so much of energies of fearlessness, I share with you my frequency, saying at any point in time, if you wish to come to fearlessness, just simply tune into the channel that your channel might be fear. At this point in time, my channel is fearlessness, but it's just a channel. And you have now the choice to play any channel that you wish to play. And yet, as you keep trying to put on my channel, you're trying to put on my channel, I take energy from Meenal, I am Meenal, I take energy from Meenal, I am Meenal. And yet the patterns keep repeating. The patterns keep repeating. And then you come to me saying, the patterns just don't get over. What should I do? I've been trying to release fear and the fear doesn't get over. I've been trying to release lack and lack keeps coming back. And the only final answer to that is the finger is outside. The blame is still on somebody outside. You haven't still taken into you. You haven't, you are not breathing that truth that everything outside is simply a mirror. Everything is a mirror of your frequency, your energy. Yes, you have the choices to move frequencies, but you also have this one big truth to gather and to make it your own, saying, there is nothing outside. My universe is simply a creation of my energy. When all the fingers are pointing within, when all, there is nobody outside, they're simply my mirrors, they're reflecting the energies that I'm holding. When that happens, can you even blame anybody outside? No. You're able to see through the illusion, you're able to see through the pain, through the hurt, through everything that you hold. You're able to see that, oh, it's just an emotion. It just is an emotion. It's just an illusion. So as you work more and more within, you are going to be able to see for yourself. You're going to be able to see for yourself how beautifully the energies shift this time when the finger is not outside. The finger is not outside, the finger is within, and I am just a play of energy. This is the energy I am playing in today. There is no blame even to your own energy, because you accumulated all of these energies. You came with that energy field. You wanted a body so that you can create your own experience. Why would you even want to create this kind of an experience? Why would you want to go through hurt? Why would you want to go through sorrow? Why would you want to go through guilt? Well, here it is, right? The 360 degrees of every experience. The experience can only be complete when you experienced all aspects of it. I always say, if you want to experience love, love's experience cannot be complete till you've experienced hate. You would have to experience hate to know what love feels like, because now you've experienced the opposite of it as well. So that's the only reason why you come here, to make that energy of love deeper and deeper. You are contributing to the frequencies of the source at all times. What is source? Source is the frequency of love, but not the kind of love that you understand that, okay, I do something for you, now you do something for me, and we exchange this love between each other. Transactional love. This is called conditional love. This is called transactional love. As with any transaction, you have a chance of getting a good deal, a bad deal, sometimes a good deal turning bad, sometimes a bad deal turning good. It's all a transaction. When you begin to understand love, love is in everything. Love is in every emotion. Love is in your hurt. Love is in your pain. Love is in your joy. Love is in love. Love is in surrender. Love is in everything. Because love simply means you are unconditionally loving yourself. No matter what frequency you are tuned in today, you are unconditionally loving yourself. There is nobody outside. There is only you, and the love that needs to be given is only to yourself. When you give so much love to yourself, automatically, the blame on the outside people will start to fall off. Why? Because all of those people, now that you will see through the drama, you will see through the illusion, each of those people are responsible for bringing you to this place where you are able to finally understand that the only person you got to love is you. That's the only power that you were looking for. That's the only power that you came to experience. But the experience wouldn't have been complete if you didn't give away the power to somebody else first. So over centuries, over time, over this life, over many other realms, over many other lifetimes, you gave away your power to others. You created others. And then you gave away the power to them. And then when all of those experiences are coming to completion, you come into a place where you understand that there is nothing outside, there is no other. When you begin to understand this more and more, what will you do? The separation from them diminishes, it then dissolves. And as that dissolves, you will find that the love for yourself grows, and automatically the love for the outside grows as well. Not the way that you think love is. Again, there is no transaction. You are no longer trying to give something to an outside person. What does unconditional love mean for yourself and for the other? Whatever the journey is, I allow. Yourself you allow, and then the others you allow as well. Their journey belongs to them. Your journey belongs to you. Yes, you put the blame on so many people that my journey was hampered by this, my journey was hampered by that. And constantly I remind you, the journey didn't begin from them. The journey each time has begun from your energy space. Your energy has created some experience. For creating those experiences, it needed some actors. You hired those actors came in, they played their role, they played their part, but your eyes so much outside that you couldn't see that all of this is simply a role play that they are doing. Why are they doing that? So that you can come to self-love, so that you can come to self-love. Everything is a step to this place where you sit today and you are listening about how everything is to do with self-love. This is the final chord, right? When nobody exists, the only person that you give love to is yourself. Blame, there is no reason for blame. That same energy that created, now let's say you wanted to blame your own energy. Oh my God, my energy is so crap, it created all of these experiences for me. Well, it's the same energy that had to push you and push you. It had to push you to come to this place. There were so many times that it showed you the path and you wouldn't listen, because even though you're in the body, and I always tell people, this is my understanding, that even though we're in the body and the body is only 1% experiencer, the energy is 99%, but the body has something really beautiful called free will. And we keep exercising our free will. We keep exercising our free will to create choices from the mind. we exercise our free will to not move forward in the journey. And what happens then? The energy has to keep pushing. It's never going to let you stall. So it keeps pushing. It'll keep pushing you in the direction. Okay, fine. You wish to create more fear. All right, let's create so much fear that you have no choice but to break through it and come to fearlessness. So I was just actually contemplating on my journey a few days ago. I think it was probably just yesterday. I was contemplating on my journey and I said, oh my God, so beautiful that I was born with a lot of frequency of abundance. That's what my energy field held. I must have worked on myself. I was lucky that I came with a lot of abundance. I could see that abundance. I could see that I was taken care of through so many different, paths in life. And yet, and through everything, it wasn't like I didn't have experiences. As a matter of fact, I had every experience that you can think of. When you talk about, okay, good times and bad times, when you think of bad times, okay, did Meenal come and have no bad experiences? You name it, I got it. So I had every so-called bad experience. But I noticed sitting today saying that when I was going through those experiences, I still didn't feel it was the end of the world. I always operated from fearlessness. When it was my first marriage, and then, in those days, divorce was a very taboo word. But as soon as I recognized within a year that no, this is not going to work out, this is not meant for me, I took a wrong decision. The minute I recognized that, rather than sit in fear, I chose fearlessness. When it came to talk, to at workplace, when I thought that somebody was abusing, their power and making things bad for me, again, even though I was in a much lower junior position, but I chose fearlessness. When something I thought belonged to me, those were unaware days, so I did like to put my claim on many things, that this is mine. But even then, when something belongs to me and it was being taken away from me, I simply chose to be fearless. So I came with fearlessness. And I understand that today, that I was lucky that I came with that part already sorted. And yet, I came with so much of abundance. And yet, I had to go through my share of lack. And it was lack that brought me here to this path. So I'm abundant, but I'm abundant in unawareness. I'm abundant. I'm receiving everything from the universe, and I don't understand how it's all playing out, but it is all playing out in my favor. And I didn't understand that the universe is playing in my favor, but it just seemed like it was playing in my favor. And so the more I gave into that thought, the more I was in gratitude, but all still in unawareness. And then suddenly things started to play out in my life, or rather, not my life, but in my brother's life. The more abundant I got, the more in lack he sat. And I would look at him and I saw how badly his life was going. And I was miserable for him. I wanted to change his life. And so my only prayer in those days used to be, please, God, just take everything of mine. I can deal with that, but go and give it to him. I really wish that he would experience what I'm experiencing and I can take care of myself. So please give to me what you're giving to them. Of course, in those days, I was far from recognizing that he is Shiva. I was only thinking that, no, I'm having, I have success, I have money, I have everything. And that is where, that is where everything lies. I forgot, or rather, yes, I forgot. Just as you forgot, we all knew this, but we all came here to forget it. So I forgot that each of us is a Shiva. Each of us have our own energy fields, and we've simply come to Earth to experience that energy. Earth is not the only place where we exist, but Earth is a big place where we exist to experience duality, polarity, separation. So, of course, I'm going to experience separation, and they are going to, outside, everybody else is experiencing the same as well. But the more I got into this, I was so miserable, I was so sad for somebody else, that I totally tuned into lack. Every single day when you pray, and I tell people the wishes come from lack. And every single day, I would simply be wishing and praying, please, God, let this be, let this be sorted out. I will take all of that, but please give him some joy. What was I doing? Can I give anybody any joy while I'm sitting in the frequency of lack? No, I can't. And so I couldn't. But as I sat in this lack, I was always sitting in abundance. As I sat in this lack is what got me looking within. This lack, I try to look for answers. How can I make somebody's life better? How can I do something to help them? And this is where my journey started. So today, to think that was that lack that I experienced, was that completely useless? Was it needed? Why was it even needed if I came in the frequency of abundance? Why did I have to experience lack? I shouldn't have, right? Because I come from the experience of abundance. But no, it had to bring me to this place. And so every frequency is a stepping stone. We are not rejecting. Now when people come to me and say, oh God, I don't wish to experience lack anymore, or why doesn't fear go away, my first step, the thing that I tell them to do is, you have to accept your fear, accept your lack. And how do you accept it? Simply by knowing it's just a frequency. It's nothing more, it's nothing less. It's just one of the many channels that we can play. Why can we play? Because we are energy. And that's just one of the many frequencies. Stop being scared of your frequencies of fear. If you are going to run, if you're going to run away from people, so many times people tell me, I experience negative energies when I'm with this person, and so I've made sure that I don't meet with them. Now you are blaming that outside person for your having a bad day. This person who came and they were sitting with me on the last day. I explained to them, your finger outside, your finger outside, your finger outside. Just when I thought that they were getting it, then they say to me, oh, when I was young and I read this book by Linda Goodman or somebody who was saying that all of these people who belong to this star sign, or they belong to this, I think it's called star signs only, right? So they belong to this category, the Cancers and the Gemini and the Pisceans and the Aries. They are going to experience this. She says, I think, oh my God, that book, I read it and I must have absorbed so much of it that I just simply manifested all of the stuff that was written in the book. And now you're blaming what? A book, reading of a book for the way that your entire life played out. The story doesn't run from book to inside energy changing. The story runs from, why did the book come to you in the first place? Why did you resonate with those lines in the first place? Because your energy wished to experience everything, absolutely everything. So far, your life has not been a waste. Not a single day of your life has been a waste. Everything has been exactly as it was meant to be. So stop blaming the outside. If your parents stopped you from becoming an astronaut and you were so heavily into wanting to becoming an astronaut, and now you couldn't be that, if your parents stopped you from that, your parents really didn't stop you. You came to experience lack from their stopping you. Where was that lack sitting? The lack was sitting in your energy. And so they had to stop you. They had to stop you so that you could experience that. If they didn't stop you, you would have become an astronaut and still experienced lack in many different ways. Why? Because lack is sitting in your energy, so you will get to experience it. That's how simple it is. Whatever is sitting in your energy field, somebody will come and make you experience it. Are they to be blamed for it? Are you to be blamed for it? No, it's the very experience that you came for. And so today you can let go of all the blame on the people outside and simply sit in the knowing that life as it has been so far is perfect. So far, you couldn't make choices, but that too a chosen experience. To not have the choice too was the chosen experience of that moment. And now that you come over here and sit here, the fact that you can make choices, but you make choices of what? Do you choose outside that should I go here or should I go here? No, what you choose is firstly And the only thing that you really choose is the emotion with which you are going to go either here or there. Too many of you get stuck in the doing of things. I constantly keep reminding you, that's my only job every Saturday. Please look within to see what energy you are putting to yourself as you try to follow this path or that path. It's not about the path, it's about the energy that you are taking with you on that path. That energy will decide whether the journey is going to be good or the journey is going to be difficult. Why? Because that's a choice. It's a choice. Now, when something happens on the outside and it disturbs you heavily, there will be many other fear emotions and anxiety emotions and pain emotions playing out. But along with that, there will also be this alternate guidance playing out for you. Release this frequency. That guidance will say, this is your sadness, this is your lack. You can release it. Whether you choose that or you don't choose that, that would be your free will. It's free will. Now that you know, you can always choose to be unaware or you can choose to be aware. Now, even if you choose to be unaware, it's okay. All your paths will bring you to awareness one day, and the nature of the experiences will change then. But if you're going to keep blaming the outside, oh, I did, so many people come to me a year after they've done the program, and all of you know that we have this 30-day program that runs every month, and it's it deals with every topic in your life, gives you every answer possible, and through that you get to know how to look at things from the energy perspective. Do I teach anything new over there? Actually not. I teach the same thing on every Saturday. I teach the same thing over there every day. But because it's a 30-day program and we are running behind you with running after you with that danda, then you get to observe just a little bit more, just a little bit more. 30 days finish and you go off. And then you come back to me a year later saying, oh, I really tried to do this, but it doesn't work for me. It doesn't happen. I'm not able to release. And I laugh. I say, okay, no problem that you're not able to release. You will simply keep creating whatever the experiences are. Are you enjoying those experiences? No, life is really tough. I'm not enjoying it. But then it's your choice. By your choice, you have choice either to work on yourself, or you have a choice to simply keep experiencing as before, as it was. This now is simply the choice to put all the fingers inward, to pull all the fingers inward and say, okay, this is my energy. Am I going to act from a victim state that the power is with everybody else? They're changing my life and so not for the better. But everybody else has a say over my life. I have no power at all. Are you going to come from this victim state? Or are you going to come from this powerful state that, okay, whatever is manifesting is already my energy. My energy has already created all of this. Do I want more of the same? Or am I going to sit now and work to shift a little bit of this? That's all that the work is. The real work is only constantly to shift the within. Everything else will keep happening. Energy of yours will keep playing out. Even though you might have 5 months of complete da-di-da, and then still one day suddenly, everything will explode. And when that everything explodes, what are you going to do? Well, again, that becomes your moment of choice. What are you going to do? When things are happy, you're happy. Very nice. When things are not happy, what are you? Are you happy? Are you bringing yourself back to happiness? Because that is where the ultimate choice is. If it's my energy, if it's a channel of mine, I can change the channel. That's how simple it is. Whereas the outside blame for playing out everything that's part of my energy. There is nothing to do with blame, but only when your fingers are pointed within. Your fingers are outside, you'll find things to blame. And then those people who you're blaming, now it's their responsibility to make life better for you. Now you've got to wait till they're ready to make life better for you. You can either do that or simply turn all the attention inwards and change your life for yourself today. I hope everybody understood. how many different people can be blamed for the energies that you hold? And so that's the end of my conversation on this topic. Does anybody have any questions? Did anybody write anything on the chat? Okay, only lots of love being given to me by Ruchi. Wonderful. Any questions by anybody on this topic? It's the same topic, it's the same answer, fingers within, fingers within. But I just noticed that, how beautifully we want to be in a victim state. It's a habit. It becomes a habit to feel powerless. And so, what do you need to become powerful? Simply bring some awareness. That's all. Oh, I'm acting from powerless energies. Can I change to powerful? Of course you can. The minute you recognize that you're acting from powerless, now you can be acting from powerful. That's all that it takes. That little bit of peace I call awareness. That awareness of what is the emotion. Where am I sitting? What am I feeling? The only question that solves all the world's problems, the world that is mine, the world that I am creating, that's all that is needed to solve all the problems of that world. The one question, what am I feeling? The thing is, once you point finger at yourself, one needs to do the I am awesome thing a lot to ensure that you don't blame yourself for everything that happens to you. Well, as I already pointed out, that wow, if you're going to focus on everything that happens to you, look at the energy that has already brought you here. The energies already brought you here. This is the best thing to happen to you, where you have all the answers. So the same energy that you are blaming, that, oh, it's my energy, it's my energy. Well, it's the same energy that's brought you here. It had to push you because you, through your free will, kept choosing to not shift onto the fearless side. The path, the journey for each and every one for us, each and every one of us, the path is from fear to fearless, from separation to oneness. It's the only path. And we all come here in so many different ways, but it's the only path. We're all coming to fearlessness. But if you're going to continue to sit in fear, and every time in your unawareness too, when you know that you can walk away from something, and that would be a fearless move, if you continue to take the fearful move, then your energy will push you so much to the wall that you will finally have to get up and become aware. You will become aware that, okay, this time enough, I can't take it anymore. I am going to bring myself to another outcome. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to change everything now. And when that happens, your journey towards awareness has already become, now I am going to change it. You take responsibility for your own emotion, for the way that you're feeling, and everything already changes. If you are blaming, I actually said this in the morning, that let's say you go to a doctor and the doctor says, okay, you have all of these health problems, and you have them because you've been eating wrong, and the food you eat is wrong, and the drink you drink is wrong, and everything that you do is wrong. Even that food you're consuming, now you're blaming that. Now you're blaming that. So the outside, so the whole game is, are you going to keep blaming something or the other outside of you? Even the energy of blame, when you're blaming your own self, that still the finger is outside. Yes, even though it's pointed at you, but it's pointed at this body, it's pointed at all the things that went wrong. And there is, so again and again, the blame, if you're going to focus on the blame, then only more of the same will happen. As you focus on the joy, as you focus on the joy within, as you put the finger within, the real finger within. And we talked about this, I don't know, maybe you missed it, but I said the unconditional love to yourself. As you turn the finger within, there is only unconditional love that will flow for yourself, because the more your judgment drops, and that's how love is. Love is not the transaction that you do, that, okay, I'm going to love myself myself for doing this job really well. I did this thing and it's really, really great. And so I really love myself. I love myself, so I'm going to go pamper myself. No, none of these are love. Love is simply accepting who you are as you are. So, unconditional love to yourself, which is what you actually said, because I am awesome, is the path where you remind yourself of the unconditional love that you have to give to yourself. So, yes, my husband has lost his job. I keep shifting to lack because of this often. Is it okay? Everything is okay. Everything is always okay. You keep shifting to lack. And when you become aware that you are shifting to lack, that's it. The work already starts. The work already starts because you become aware that whether he loses his job or not, this lack is something that is a frequency. You can choose to be in it, you can choose to be out of it. It's a frequency, an old story comes to mind. Um, um, so when I was based in the US, and then um, I had a job and I really needed that job a lot, but I also used to go to this ashram and I really loved going to the ashram. And I'm sitting over there one day at the ashram and I'm saying, oh my God, I really want to spend more time over here, but I have this job and I can't spend more time over here. Well, guess what? The next time I go to the office, the company that I was working for, the company had been sold and we were told that we've all lost our jobs. And I came out of there. I came out of that place and I was screaming with joy. I called up my best friend and I said, can you imagine? I lost my job. I can now go to that place and spend more time over there. That's where I wanted to be. I'm so happy that I lost my job. I'm just being reminded of that. I was not in my aware days then. I didn't, but I was just very happy to have lost that job. It gave me a lot of freedom. So the job actually became a tool for a lot of joy for me. For you, a job that belongs to somebody, your husband, your family, something, is becoming a tool to create, to put you into the frequency of lack. But you've already recognized it. So if you've already recognized it, then the simple thing to do is to be able to accept, oh, I'm sitting in lack. It's just a frequency. Lack is just a frequency as abundance is. So how do you shift to abundance? You simply shift to abundance by saying to yourself, I tune into the frequency of Meenal. She is in abundance, therefore I am in abundance. The universe is taking care of me. I am taken care of. And you sit in this knowledge that I am taken care of. So, yes, the minute you begin to recognize that you are sitting in lack, the answers are already going to flow to you. If you keep sitting in lack, and don't put a stop to yourself, then more and more lack will grow. That's how energies work. Wherever you put your attention, that will grow some more. Okay, everyone, any more questions for me? And as far as, so, you asked me, the question that you asked me was, is that okay? Everything is okay. Just accept that it's just a frequency. When we are watching something on television and we've been watching a horror movie for a very long time, is it okay? Of course it's okay. But you can always shift the channel too. That's also possible. And now you know that you can shift the channel. So go ahead, shift it. Is it okay that you watched it for that long? Yeah, it's okay. It's just a channel. You watched it for that long. Maybe you enjoyed it. But now that you know that there's comedy as well, you can watch comedy as well. That's simply a choice that you are becoming aware of more and more. Any more questions for me? I think we're done. Okay. All right, everybody. A deep breath in and relax. Just simply a deep breath in and exhale. Exhale all. all that is no longer needed by you. Just with that one breath is more than enough to exhale. So simply being in the moment of now, in this one moment of breath, exhale all that is not needed by you in this moment. Blankness, just simply blankness. And then in this moment, ask the universe, have I ever blamed anybody for things in my life? One name, two names, five names, something might pop up. If anything pops up, the finger is on them. In this moment, right now, we bring the finger back to us. Everything that was created in my life is my creation. My energy came to experience all of these experiences so that I could come to awareness. I could come to this place where I sit today in awareness. I went through all of my experiences so that I could become one with the universe. I had to go through the experiences of separation in order to become more one with the universe. And so, thankfulness to everybody who brought me here. Thankfulness for every single actor who brought me here. So as you see some actors for yourself, simply thank them in the energies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You brought me to this place of awareness through all the experiences. Thank you. I asked for those experiences so that I could reach here, the final step. And I am here. So thank you. This, the final step of knowing that I am Shiva. I am the creator. I am the power. I am love. I wanted to come to this space of being love, but to experience this fully as to what love meant, I had to experience some other frequencies as well. And now that I experience them, I bring myself to awareness of the love that I am. And so you bring your finger just here. You are the creator. I am the creator of everything that's happening in my life. I am the creator. I am love. I am that power. Letting go of all that is your reflection, the ones outside that you were looking at. Now simply put your other hand on that finger with so much love. You, the creator of everything. And this finger is now pointed within. And you can thank this finger for finally coming back here, coming to the source of all that is. You, the creator, and now you know that all of this was for a purpose. It wasn't purposeless. It was for this purpose to bring you back to your awareness of your love. And so with a lot of love to this finger that was first pointed outside and is now pointed within. This finger outside helped you move through separation, into separation. And now the same finger within is bringing you to oneness, to unconditional love, love for the self. I am love. I love myself. I am the only creator. And now I even have choices as to what I am going to create. Am I going to create joy? Am I going to create fear? Simply choices. And now I understand these choices. All of the choices originate from me and they end at me. The finger within. Letting go of all the blame, letting go of all the separation in this moment. And if tomorrow the separation comes again, you can experience that separation, but you know that very quickly, as soon as you come into awareness, the finger will come back to you and you will be able to experience oneness again. Even though you might dabble in separation every now and then, you found the path. You found the path. You found the path within. You found the path to yourself. And you were never lost in the first place. But now you will know that you are never lost. You are never lost, no matter where you are. Everything a step in our journey. The finger back within, back on the self, and you experiencing so much love for the self. I am love. I am love. I am love. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani. Okay, everyone. Lots and lots of love. Somebody sent me a bag full of hearts. Amlan. Thank you, Amlan. I received all. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Lots and lots of love. See you another time.